the hair you once had, and the confidence you still deserve. There's something deeply personal about our hair. It's not just strands of protein growing out of our scalp. It's part of how we present ourselves to the world. It's a piece of our identity, a symbol of youth, energy, even confidence. So when it starts to change, when it begins to thin, to shed more than usual, to lose its luster, it can feel like more than just a physical shift. It can feel like a loss. For many women and men over 50, this experience is all too familiar. Maybe you've noticed more hair in your brush. Maybe your once thick ponytail now feels half the size. Maybe you catch a glimpse of your scalp where you never used to. And suddenly you're wondering, is this just aging or is something else going on? Here's the truth. Hair thinning after 50 is common, but that doesn't mean it's something you have to accept without question. Understanding why it happens, what signs to look for, and most importantly, what you can do about it. That's where your power lies. This video is here to guide you through that journey. We'll uncover the real reasons behind age-related hair loss. We'll explore practical, proven ways to care for your hair and your confidence from the inside out. Because this isn't just about looking younger. It's about feeling stronger, wiser, and more in control than ever. Let's get started. Part 1. Why does hair start thinning so much after 50? It's not your imagination. Your hair really is changing after 50. And no, you're not alone. One of the most common complaints among women and men as they reach midlife is this: my hair just isn't what it used to be. It's thinner, it sheds more, it doesn't grow back as fast or at all. So why does this happen? Let's begin with one of the biggest culprits: hormonal changes. For women, menopause brings a significant drop in estrogen and progesterone, two hormones that help keep hair growing thick and healthy. When these levels fall, hair growth slows down and hair follicles shrink. This makes each strand finer, weaker, and more likely to fall out. For men, the process is a little different but no less frustrating. A hormone called DHT, dihydrotestosterone, increases with age and can shrink hair follicles too. Over time, this leads to thinning around the crown or a receding hairline. But hormones aren't the only factor. Another common cause? Stress. Long-term emotional stress, especially common in midlife due to life transitions, health worries, or caregiving responsibilities, can send your body into survival mode. When that happens, your body puts non-essential functions like hair growth on hold. Then there's nutrition. After 50, your body doesn't absorb nutrients the same way it did when you were younger. If you're not getting enough iron, protein, vitamin D, or B vitamins like biotin, your hair may pay the price. And if you've been on restrictive diets or lost weight quickly, that can also trigger shedding. What about your scalp? Just like skin elsewhere on your body, your scalp changes with age. It can become drier, less elastic, and have poorer circulation. All of that makes it harder for healthy hair to grow. And don't forget medical conditions. Issues like thyroid imbalances, autoimmune disorders, and even certain medications can quietly contribute to hair loss, especially when combined with age-related changes. The bottom line? Hair thinning after 50 is rarely caused by just one thing. It's a combination of internal shifts, hormonal, nutritional, emotional, and sometimes even environmental. But here's what matters most. Hair loss after 50 is common, but it's not inevitable, and it's certainly not hopeless. Understanding the why behind your thinning hair is the first step toward change. Once you understand the cause, you can begin choosing solutions that work for your body, your lifestyle, and your unique needs. So now that we know what's going on underneath the surface, let's move on to how to recognize when your hair is calling out for help. Part 2. How to know when your hair is in real trouble. Some hair loss is normal. We shed about 50 to 100 hairs a day without even noticing. But at a certain point, it's not just regular shedding anymore. It's a sign your hair is struggling. So how do you know when it's time to take hair loss seriously? Let's talk about the red flags your hair might be waving. First, take a look at your brush or comb. If you're finding clumps of hair instead of a few loose strands, that's not normal. When you're losing more hair than your body can replace, you'll start to notice a difference in volume and texture. Next, pay attention to your scalp visibility. Are you starting to see more of your scalp when you part your hair? Is your ponytail feeling thinner than it used to? These are signs of diffuse thinning, when hair gets finer all over, not just in one spot. Another clue is a receding hairline or a widening part. For women, it's often a slow but steady widening of the part at the top of the head. For men, it might show up more as a V shape or thinning around the temples. Now let's talk about hair texture. If your hair feels rough, dry, or breaks easily when you brush it, that's a sign it's losing strength. Damaged or brittle hair is more likely to fall out before it completes a full growth cycle. You might also notice that your hair isn't growing back like it used to. Maybe you used to get trims every 6 weeks, and now it seems like it barely grows at all. Slowed hair growth is a strong indicator that the follicles are either weakened or going dormant. And don't ignore what's happening on your scalp itself. If you're experiencing excessive dryness, flaking, itching, or inflammation, your scalp may not be creating the healthy environment your hair needs to thrive. Of course, there's one sign that's harder to measure but just as important: how you feel. If you find yourself avoiding certain hairstyles, feeling embarrassed about thinning areas, or constantly checking the mirror, it's time to stop ignoring it. Hair health isn't just physical, it's emotional too. Here's the truth. When your hair starts sending distress signals, your body's trying to tell you something. And the sooner you listen, the better your chances of protecting the hair you have and encouraging healthier growth in the future. So now that we've learned how to spot the warning signs, let's shift our focus inward and talk about how what you eat can either hurt or help your hair, especially after 50. Part 3, the nutrition connection. What you eat can make or break your hair after 50. You've probably heard the saying, you are what you eat. Well, when it comes to your hair, that couldn't be more true. After 50, your body doesn't absorb nutrients the same way it did in your 20s or 30s. And guess what suffers first? Often it's your skin, your nails, and your hair. So if your hair is thinning, shedding, or simply refusing to grow, one of the best places to look for answers is right on your plate. Let's start with protein. Hair is made of keratin, a type of protein. If your diet is low in protein, your body will prioritize vital organs first and hair last. That means weaker strands, slower growth, and more breakage. Next up is iron. Low iron levels are one of the most common causes of hair loss in older women. If you've been feeling tired, cold, or lightheaded, it might be worth getting your iron checked. Spinach, lentils, red meat, and iron-rich cereals can all help. Then there's vitamin D. This sunshine vitamin isn't just good for bones. It plays a vital role in stimulating hair follicles. Without enough of it, hair can enter a resting phase and stop growing altogether. Biotin, also known as vitamin B7, is another key player. It helps strengthen hair and nails from the inside out. You'll find it in eggs, almonds, sweet potatoes, and salmon. Let's not forget about zinc and omega-3 fatty acids. Zinc supports scalp health and follicle repair, while omega-3s keep the scalp hydrated and reduce inflammation. Think pumpkin seeds, walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish like mackerel or sardines. And yes, hydration matters too. Dry, brittle hair is often a sign your body's dehydrated. Drinking enough water each day keeps not only your skin glowing, but also your hair supple and resilient. Of course, food is powerful, but so is what you avoid. Highly processed foods, excessive sugar, and crash diets can rob your body of the nutrients it needs most. Hair loss is often one of the first signs of malnutrition, even when you're not technically underweight. The bottom line? If you want strong, healthy hair after 50, you have to nourish it from the inside out. There's no shortcut, but with a balanced, nutrient-rich diet, your hair has a real chance to bounce back. Now that we've covered what goes into your body, let's talk about what goes on your body, specifically your scalp, and how to wash and care for your hair the right way in your golden years. Part 4. How to wash and care for aging hair the right way. If your hair is thinning or falling out more than usual, Your first instinct might be to reach for a miracle shampoo or a trendy treatment. But sometimes it's the simple habits, like how you wash and care for your hair every week, that make the biggest difference. Let's start in the shower. First of all, how often should you wash your hair after 50? The answer depends on your scalp type. If your scalp is oily, washing every other day might help keep buildup at bay. But if it's dry, which is more common as we age, 2 or 3 times a week is often enough. Overwashing can strip away the natural oils your hair needs to stay soft and strong. And when you do wash, it's not just about the shampoo, it's how you use it. Start by thoroughly wetting your hair with lukewarm water, not hot. Hot water dries out the scalp and weakens hair over time. Use a gentle shampoo, free of sulfates and harsh chemicals. Massage it gently into your scalp with your fingertips, not your nails. This boosts circulation and helps keep the follicles healthy without causing unnecessary stress or breakage. Next, don't skip the conditioner, but here's the trick. Apply it from mid-length to the ends, not directly on your scalp. This helps avoid buildup while still giving the strands the moisture they need. When it's time to dry, pat your hair gently with a soft towel. Avoid vigorous rubbing. That's one of the fastest ways to cause damage, especially to delicate aging strands. Let your hair air dry when you can. If you must use a blow dryer, always apply a heat protectant first and use the cool or low setting. But good hair care doesn't end after the shower. Brushing gently, using a wide-tooth comb, and avoiding tight hairstyles that pull at the scalp can all help prevent extra shedding. And here's something many people overlook. Scalp care. Exfoliating your scalp once a week with a gentle scrub or a soft bristle brush can remove buildup and dead skin, making room for healthier hair growth. Massage is also a game changer. Just a few minutes of scalp massage each day can improve blood flow to the follicles and promote growth over time. So remember, the way you treat your hair every day matters. It's not about doing something extreme. It's about being gentle, consistent, and thoughtful in your routine. Next, we'll explore nature's own remedies, the oils and natural ingredients that have stood the test of time in supporting healthier, fuller hair. Part 5. Natural oils and remedies that support hair growth. After 50, sometimes the best hair solutions don't come in fancy bottles or high-tech clinics. They come from the earth, simple, natural, and time-tested. For centuries, women around the world have used essential oils and natural ingredients to nurture their hair and stimulate growth. And today, science is finally catching up with tradition. Let's start with one of the most beloved, rosemary oil. This powerful herb isn't just for cooking. Rosemary oil has been shown to improve circulation in the scalp, which helps hair follicles stay active and healthy. In fact, some studies suggest it may work as well as certain medicated treatments, but without the side effects. To use it, dilute a few drops with a carrier oil like coconut or jojoba and massage it gently into your scalp a few times a week. Consistency is key. You won't see results overnight, but over time, many people notice stronger, fuller hair. Speaking of carrier oils, let's talk about coconut oil. This tropical treasure is rich in fatty acids that penetrate the hair shaft, reduce protein loss, and protect against breakage. It's especially helpful for dry or brittle hair, which becomes more common with age. Then there's castor oil, thick, sticky, and incredibly effective. It contains ricinoleic acid, which is believed to boost blood flow to the scalp and promote stronger, faster hair growth. A little goes a long way, and it works best when gently warmed and massaged in before bedtime. Argan oil, sometimes called liquid gold, is packed with antioxidants, vitamin E, and omega-6 fatty acids. It's lightweight, non-greasy, and perfect for adding shine and softness to thinning hair, especially if you're dealing with frizz or dryness. Don't forget aloe vera. Known for its soothing properties, aloe can reduce scalp irritation and restore the pH balance needed for healthy growth. You can use the gel directly from the plant or buy pure aloe-based products for a weekly scalp mask. And here's a bonus, onion juice. Yes, it might sound strange, but onion juice is rich in sulfur, which supports the building blocks of strong hair. It may take some getting used to, but many swear by its power to revive dormant follicles. Natural remedies don't replace a healthy lifestyle, but they can absolutely complement your routine, especially when combined with proper nutrition and gentle care. So if you're looking for a low-cost, low-risk way to support your hair, nature has a few gifts worth trying. Coming up next, we'll dive into the modern medical solutions available for thinning hair, especially for those looking for faster or more targeted results. Part 6. Modern treatments for thinning hair in midlife. If you've tried natural remedies, improved your diet, and taken better care of your hair, but you're still not seeing the results you want, don't worry. There's a whole world of modern treatments available today, specifically designed to help people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond deal with hair thinning and loss. Let's start with one of the most talked about therapies, PRP, platelet-rich plasma. This treatment uses your own blood. A small sample is taken, spun in a machine to concentrate the platelets, and then injected directly into your scalp. Why platelets? Because they're rich in growth factors, the very elements your body uses to heal and regenerate. Many patients report thicker, stronger hair within a few months of consistent sessions. Next up is microneedling. Originally used for skin rejuvenation, microneedling creates tiny punctures in the scalp. This encourages blood flow and helps stimulate dormant follicles. It's often combined with topical treatments like minoxidil to improve absorption and results. Speaking of minoxidil, you might know it by its popular brand name. It's one of the only FDA-approved medications for hair regrowth and can be used by both men and women. It works by prolonging the growth phase of hair and increasing the size of hair follicles. It's most effective when started early, before severe thinning has taken place. For a more personalized approach, some people turn to mesotherapy. This treatment involves injecting a customized cocktail of vitamins, amino acids, and growth boosters directly into the scalp. It's less intense than PRP and can be tailored to your unique hair needs. And for those ready to invest in long-term visible change, there's hair transplantation. While often associated with men, more women over 50 are now choosing this option. Today's techniques are far more refined than they used to be. The results can be subtle, natural, and life-changing when done by a qualified professional. For a non-invasive option, there's also low-level laser therapy, or LLLT. These devices, often worn like a cap or headband, use gentle red light to stimulate follicles and promote hair growth over time. It's safe, painless, and can be done right at home. Modern solutions aren't one-size-fits-all. They vary in cost, comfort, and how quickly they work. But they do offer hope, especially when paired with the right daily habits and realistic expectations. You don't have to choose between natural and medical. Many people combine both for the best results. Now let's wrap things up with something just as important as treatment, a mindset shift. How you feel about your hair can be just as powerful as how you treat it. Part 7. Real-world advice for feeling confident with your hair after 60. By now you've heard about the causes of hair loss, the nutrients that support growth, natural remedies, and even medical treatments. But here's something we don't talk about enough: what it really feels like to watch your hair change with age. For many women and men, thinning hair is more than a physical shift. It can feel like you're losing part of your identity. Your hairstyle may have been with you through decades of memories, milestones, and transformations. Letting go of that, or adjusting to something new, isn't always easy. So let's talk about what you can do right now, not just to help your hair, but to protect your confidence. First, choose styles that flatter and empower you, not just ones that hide your thinning areas. A good stylist can work with your natural texture, volume, and face shape to create a cut that brings out your best features. Don't be afraid of shorter styles. Many women find they feel freer, more modern, and more elegant with a lightweight, well-shaped cut. Next, consider your hair color. Going lighter or adding subtle highlights can create the illusion of depth and fullness. Some women even embrace their natural gray. And with the right cut and tone, gray hair can look incredibly chic, sophisticated, and youthful. Then there's styling. Volumizing products, gentle root lifting techniques, and a round brush can make a huge difference in how full your hair looks, even if you're working with less of it. Don't underestimate the power of accessories either. A soft scarf, a tasteful headband, or a flattering hat can all elevate your look while giving your hair a break from heat and styling. But here's the most important part: your attitude. You are not your hair. Your worth doesn't shrink with your ponytail. Confidence comes from showing up, even when things aren't perfect. And sometimes the moment you stop fighting your hair and start accepting it, that's when the magic happens. Let yourself evolve. Let your look reflect where you are now, wise, experienced, and full of life. You've earned the right to feel beautiful at every stage. And now let's wrap up everything we've learned with a few final thoughts and one powerful reminder. Conclusion: your hair, your story, it's never too late to feel beautiful again. So here we are. We've talked about why hair thins as we age. We've looked at the signs that your hair is crying out for help. We've explored nutrition, daily care, natural remedies, and modern solutions. And most importantly, we've taken a step back to see that thinning hair is not just a beauty issue, but an emotional one too. If you're over 50, 60, or even 70 and feeling discouraged every time you look in the mirror, please hear this. You are not alone, and you are not without options. Your hair doesn't define you, but it's okay to care deeply about it. It's okay to miss the volume you used to have. It's okay to feel a little lost when your reflection starts to shift. But here's the truth. Your story isn't over, not even close. This stage of life, the one you're in right now, is full of power. It's full of chances to rewrite old beliefs, try new approaches, and finally take care of yourself, not out of vanity, but out of self-respect. Maybe it starts with switching your shampoo. Maybe it's giving yourself permission to try PRP. Maybe it's as simple as adding a handful of spinach to your lunch. Or maybe it's letting go of old expectations and embracing the woman or man you are today, with strength, softness, and authenticity. Whatever your next step is, take it with confidence. You don't have to fix everything overnight. You just have to start listening to what your hair and your body is trying to tell you. And if you've made it this far in the video, I want to thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for being curious, open, and brave enough to explore new possibilities. If this video helped you in any way, or if you know someone else who needs to hear this message, please share it. Subscribe to the channel for more wise advice tailored to this beautiful chapter of life, and leave a comment below. Tell us your story, your struggles, or even just one thing you're going to try after watching this. Because when we speak up, we remind others they're not alone either. Remember, your hair may change, but your spark, your spirit, and your beauty are timeless. Until next time, take care of yourself and your hair with love.